Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Julia Rose. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master, herbalist, vocalist, and artist, and I'm here to bring you messages from your guides today. I'm going to be starting with the Lisa Powers Essential Oil Oracle cards, because I'm feeling there's a lot of specific chakra messages that I wanted to get for you today. So maybe some of you are going deeper with your chakra body meditations, going deeper with your chakra body understanding. Maybe you're doing a bit more of a deep dive into the energetics of your reality, especially from a yogic perspective. So let's see, what, not surprised. Okay, what else is here? What else do you need to know right now? Your guides are really proud of you for taking up more space in your life. That's probably the loudest message right now. You've been struggling to feel comfortable with others hearing you unfiltered. And the only throat chakra card in this deck came out. I have an early version of this deck. Spearmint, conviction, trigger statement, no one listens to me. True statement, my voice is heard. And the little message here is stand strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. So a lot of throat chakra activations, actually for the entire week, probably leading up to this message, I've been feeling not just throat chakra activations for you, but also solar plexus, giving you that confidence to feel steady and stable in your conviction. The next card that came out was a third eye card. It says inspire, and it's the oil peppermint. Ooh. Some of you could be using peppermint tea. You could be called to use peppermint essential oil, or you already have that as a part of your practice, and that's a confirmation for you here. Trigger statement, I am stuck. True statement, I am filled with possibility. The message is, allow yourself to float up above any thoughts or emotions and see what is needed for you to process them and move forward. A few more of these and then I'll break it down. Okay, we have bergamot. You could be working with this oil as well. We have 2 mints, spearmint, peppermint, bergamot now. Expansion is a heart chakra card. Trigger statement, I am not enough. True statement, I love myself. Your tender heart is in need of care. Know that your body is here to help you experience a miraculous life. Embrace it. So that feels really on par with the message that I channeled yesterday for you here on YouTube. Of course, my messages are timeless, so whenever you find them, you're meant to find them, and there's always something in there for you. So take what resonates, leave the rest. But if you haven't had a chance to look at my video yesterday, I'm going to put that in the description box for you to check out. I'm going to get one more card here. Actually, I'm feeling 2 or 3, so let's get the rest of these cards out, and then I can start to channel more of the messages, going deeper for you. Feels like a lot of excitement. A lot of excitement. Okay, can I have one more card, please? Is there any other messages that you'd like to give from this deck? Here. Okay, that was the last one I heard. Okay, awesome. Thank you, my spirit guides and my ancestors. All right, so I'll read the last 3 cards here. We have Rose, compassion, trigger statement, I am unlovable. True statement, I am love. Your heart is healing and expanding with love. Spend time showering yourself with that love and then share it with others. You come first. I just heard, you come first, baby girl. That's sweet. So maybe for some of you, this is, okay. Aligned, fennel. Trigger statement, it's not my fault. True statement, I take full responsibility. Shift into your body and listen. Release the emotions you have been storing and move forward. Solar plexus, there it is. Aligned, I love that. And then destiny. Trigger statement, I am lost. True statement, I do what I love. There is a path waiting just for you. Open your heart and mind so you can use it on your journey of fulfillment. Roman chamomile. Okay. So some of you are... Okay, so you're going to be able to take this two ways. One is that this is your relationship with yourself. If you're not in a relationship currently, if you're not in a connection, I mean, physically actually communicating with someone, not 5D connecting, then okay, wait. You're either single or you're in a relationship for this part of the message here. If you're on your own right now and you're in a more self-focused, introspective energy, you're putting yourself in an energy now where you're really coming from the deepest, most compassionate place for yourself. And I feel like whether you're on your own right now, you're not in a romantic relationship, or you're long distance, or you're with your person, it feels like this is about you feeling safe enough to express yourself freely. You feeling safe enough to ask for what you need. You feeling safe enough to trust that when you speak up for yourself and you advocate for your needs and you advocate for your desires, that that's not going to be shut down. That you're now in a place with your connections and within yourself that when you cultivate these conversations, you're able to speak freely. And I feel like for those of you who've been recovering from narcissistic abuse and abusive relationships all around, this is something that's been very difficult for your nervous system to reconcile with. Because oftentimes this pattern is something that's found not just in families, but in partners. So it mirrors childhood dynamics, is what I mean to say. And that's how the cycle gets passed on. So you've decided that you've had enough. And you're hearing this message today to confirm that you have officially broken out of that cycle. And maybe some of you already knew that, but you're still feeling that the effects of this abuse was so much so that you still are struggling to find your voice and find your sense of safety in a connection, in a partnership. Or you're doing this on your own right now, and your guides are having you create space and work on your boundaries with yourself and practice speaking up to them, what it is that you really want, what it is that you really need. And in this sense, I'm hearing exposure therapy right now. So your guides have been bringing you circumstances, not just within your singlehood or your relationship, but in terms of like, maybe you go out to eat something and they accidentally bring you the wrong food. And maybe in a previous version of yourself or in the past, you would have not said anything. And now you're being asked to speak up and say, hey, actually, I asked for it this way, da da da. It's all giving you practice, advocating for yourself and standing up for your needs, your desires. So I feel like a lot of you have been, like, I'm seeing that this sense of speaking up for yourself brings up a lot of shame, and I feel like it's almost like a dirty feeling. Like you feel guilty for wanting things to be the way that you want them, or wanting to have your needs met because you're conditioned to believe by past abusers that this wasn't something that you deserved, or that this wasn't an aspect of your relationship or a subset of your needs that was okay, that was healthy, that was allowed. Allowed is a really big one here. So I feel like some of you are also, if you're not healing this pattern in a connection right now, like in a romantic partnership, you're healing this in connection with your parents and your siblings or your roommates, whoever you consider to be like family. This is something that is really reshaping your ability to feel comfortable speaking up and taking up space. Because maybe you get triggered when the people around you that you're so sensitive to everything in their internal world, you don't feel comfortable taking up space the way that they just kind of run it like a bull in a china shop. So that kind of triggers you at times, that you don't feel like you can take up that same amount of space. But your guides are bringing you circumstances where you're actually going to be asserting yourself more, taking up more space with your energy and not contracting yourself and hiding within your aura. Your guides need you stepping up and stepping out. So I want to get, I'm being asked to get some of the goddess oracle messages for you. I believe this is a Doreen Virtue deck. What else do you need to know from your guides? What do the goddesses need you to know right now? Oh, they're showing me, it's like, exactly, the rose here with compassion. They're showing me that you're in this energy right now that it feels extremely vulnerable to be able to speak up and voice your needs in this regard. That sense of exposure, your guides are soothing, like with a balm of the energy of a rose or the energy of a rose quartz, to help you feel safe and nurtured in that vulnerable space. Because pretty soon, when you continue to strengthen this muscle, your guides are going to keep you moving through this kind of exposure therapy. You're going to be at a point where pretty soon you're going to feel so comfortable and feel so convicted and assertive when you speak up for yourself. This can also look like asking others for help and trusting that they know how to guide you, they know how to assist you, and that if they aren't capable of fulfilling something, that they'll tell you. This is a really, really profound message today, because I feel like this is something you've been praying for at a soul level, whether or not you've been speaking this out loud to God the Divine or to your guides or to your ancestors, whoever you call out to. It's feeling like you're now steady enough. You've done enough processing, it feels like. This is not a message for everyone. Some of you are needing to do more of this emotional processing, and that's why certain things are being triggered within you regarding your voice and your needs. There's that confirmation. So okay. So you're feeling like, yep, that's exactly it. That is exactly it. That is the perfect energy. Ericura. Blossoming. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Do not give up. And take your time. I know you can feel like there's a clock ticking, but there's no clock. God didn't create the clock. Athena, inner wisdom, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. But this also is not a card about rushing the process, which is why she came out to say, well, if you know what you're wanting to do, if you know what you want to say, don't delay that. If the opportunity presents itself, take advantage of that. If the opportunity doesn't arise, create the opportunity. You absolutely have that within your power. So using your voice is like, it's a muscle. I mean, obviously you have your muscles in your throat to help you speak, but getting comfortable speaking freely and speaking your truth and asking for what you need is also a muscle that you strengthen. So your guides are wanting you to be patient with yourself, as this is also going to bring a lot of healing up for you. Realizing that you're safe now to express yourself and that you're safe now to explore on your own what you might not have had the freedom or the support to do before. We have Vesta with home. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So this is what's going to happen the more you start to speak up. It's going to create even more safety, because you as the light worker actually do set the dynamic precedent. You have a vast amount of power within you. So the more that you tap into that and the more that you exercise it and you realize just how much of an influence your energy has, that your presence really does have an effect, you're going to see things completely shift in all dynamics around you, not just your home, but what places you consider to be home. And then we have Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected with Artemis. Maybe some of you could be seeing deer as a confirmation. Or owls. Or lilacs. That's really specific. Then we have Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Exactly. Exactly. Butterfly Maiden on the bottom of the deck. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So I'm going to continue this message of throat chakra healing over on Patreon. If you're interested in joining, it's only $7.77 a month to join the exclusive extended readings and pick a cards tier. I do uploads every day, sometimes more. So if you're interested in checking that out, come join me over there. All of my links in the description box detail what I've got going on. So if you're curious, come check it out. All right, fam. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. The next one's over on Patreon, so I guess I'll see you on Patreon.